Alright, so we haven't made a video in a while. I don't know, some stuff's been going on. I just decided I'm gonna take this deck apart, so I decided to make a little deck profile for it. It's pretty much just, I don't know, like a magical merchant build of skull servants, plants. It's kind of weird, but it's really spammy and I love it. But now one of the cards got banned, and I feel like it kind of lost power because of that, like more than I expected. So I'm just gonna move on to another deck. Kind of scratch this one a little. Alright, so let's jump into it. So main deck is gonna be triple merchant, main engine, because I only run 5 spells, no traps. So he gets everything to the grave, feeds the grave, and then you just go shenanigans from there. We have 2 Raikos, just an extra million power and destruction. 2 troopers, extra million power, gets over Thunder King, you know. Draw. Thins it out by 4 pretty much. So this is the milling engine. This is what gets the whole thing started, really. Gets the whole graveyard fueled and stuff. Now you have the zombie part. We have 1 zombie master because it's not really about him. Then we have Mizuki, Plague, and Spirit Reaper. That's the basic zombie engine, I guess you can say, without anything like goblin zombies or anything. And so then we have the skull servant part. 1 white mare, 2 lady in the whites, because she's a target for debris, which we will see later, and 22 body isn't bad at all. And of course, triple king gets beefed up. He can go up to 5,000 in this deck, but he's not the only win condition, which is why I run him like that. So now we go into the plant engine, which is a little weird. We have the basic plant engine, the Lone Fire, Dandy, Spore. They're like, I threw in this titanium. Why not, you know? If it gets milled, it gets milled. If it gets added to my hand, I can discard it easily and get rid of it. It's just, there was no reason for me not to run it. It's an easy summon with Lone Fire, you know. And then we have the 2 debris to round up the plant engine. I like to consider him power to the plant engine. And they work with Spirit Reaper and Lady in White, and you know, some tuners even if I want to go there. Yeah. Then I do run triple Quickdraw because Draw Warrior is a big part of my my win condition when I get low, and just being able to discard the skull servant stuff for the zombies to fuel the grave more is always helpful. And I run 3, not 2, because I mill pretty much the whole deck, so why not run it? Then we have hand traps, 1 Veiler, because again I mill through most of the deck. Why waste space on it? 1 Gores, and just 1 Trag, because this isn't really a defensive deck, but since it doesn't run traps, I feel like I need it to. Then we kind of just have floaters, 1 Level Eater, because I do run some high level monsters in there, and then, you know, he can always be defensive. 1 Blackwing Zephyros, again, grave. And then Sangan, of course. This actually hurt the deck a lot more than I thought, so that's why I'm taking it apart. And with the Sangan comes the 2 tour guides, obviously. And then we have the boss monsters, 1 Samorg, because I do run a lot of winds and a buttload of darks. 1 Chaos Sorcerer, could easily be a BLS, but I didn't want to spend the money. This is actually a very cheap deck to make. I think almost everything is common. 1 Dark Arm. You'd be surprised, even though I mill a lot, I can control the grave really easily. When he comes out, he's really good. Those are pretty much all the monsters. It's a 40 deck, so it's a 40 card deck, and I run 5 spells, so 35 monsters altogether. And then the spells, we have 1 for 1 for the plant engine, Foolish Bearer for the plant engine, and Avarice for the engine. Now we have 2 out of the 3 staples, Heavy Storm and Monster Reborn. Self-explanatory. Now onto the extra. We have the zombie one, just 1 off. We have 1 Hades, finally found a multi. And then for the quick draws, just in case I need all of these, 1 Junk, 1 Drill, which actually does a lot for the plays. 1 Archer. I haven't really used them, so I might take them out. Well, I would probably if I could, if I was still gonna use this deck. one destroyer. Those are pretty much just the little engine I run for the quick draws. Then we have the general ones and the things that make the shenanigans start. One formula, which is godlike with librarian. Obviously, everybody knows that. One army arm, pretty much because you have to have it if you're gonna have the plant engine. Then we have 2 5s, Android, and obviously TG Librarian. Android because I don't have a catastrope, but I still think it's really good because it's light when you're synchro for that Quasar, or what do you call it, or the Halberd Cannon. Since I don't have a Quasar, you'll have instant chaos play right there, without having to remove the formula at least. Then 1 Agent Fairy Giant because it's Ghost and it belongs to an old friend of mine. 1 Black Rose. Why not? 1 Scrap. I am supposed to run a Stardust in there. I guess I'll probably take out the Archer for the Stardust, but it's in my heroes. I just remembered about it, so I guess I won't use it. Then we have 1 Cannon to replace the Quasar. He's actually very easy to bring out and still have hand advantage. And then we have 1 Zen Mains, which is actually supposed to be a Levier. I just don't have mine at the moment. It's also why I didn't make the deck profile all through the format. But I was just like, fuck it now, since I'm going to take it apart, might as well. And 1 Utopia. These 2 exceeds them. They're whatever. You don't really need to be these 2, or you do need the Levier, but this one's just kind of there. And yeah, the Quickdraw Skull Servant deck, I guess you could call it. Where is it? There it is. Quickdraw Skull Servant. Alright, that was the Scrubs Are Us, and we'll try to get some more videos out.
Bring me to life.